Welcome into the Viking Central podcast. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Gonna maybe have a controversial conversation here today about JJ McCarthy, but that's all right. Us Vikings fans we're pretty high on McCarthy, and for good reason. He's been showing a lot of things that us Vikings fans like. People that just pay attention to him every single day. The leadership, the aura that he kind of brings to practice, to the locker room. You can just kind of feel it. We haven't really seen it on the football field yet, but at the same time, like he's checking the intangible boxes every single day. Just he's good in the locker room. Teammates love him. His coaching staff loves him. He's a guy that just does all the little things right, and he's just got those attributes that kind of really pop at you a little bit. So I'm going to talk a little bit about JJ McCarthy and just the comparisons of Joe Burrow. Again, I hope this is running okay. I'm on my hotspot, so if it's choppy, again, I apologize. I'm not at home right now. But before we do hop into the video, I do want to shout out our sponsors. That's Badass Wood Art. Use code VC15 for 15% off your order at that'sbadasswoodart.com or anywhere on social media. Just type in That's Badass Wood Art. And then Homage, you see the link under Homage there. Click over there, and you will get clothing, Vikings, pretty much anything. Timberwolves, if you're a Timberwolves fan, 20 to 30% off right now. So some good things going on over there. Do want to shout out all of our social media, YouTube, Facebook, X, TikTok. Just subscribe to us, follow us if you're on YouTube right now. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications. And then also want to shout out our Substack where we do all of our written and article work. Honestly, a really good way to support us as we continue to try to grow this thing. Taking time out of our days to try to give you guys good content. But substack.com/Viking Central, or get the Substack app and just type in Viking Central and it'll show up. So just again, wanted to talk a little bit about JJ McCarthy and some comparisons with Joe Burrow. Coming out of LSU, Joe Burrow was very highly touted, number one overall pick. There wasn't really any questions about that. McCarthy kind of had to earn his reputation. Even coming out of high school, he wasn't heavily recruited or anything like that. Joe Burrow was obviously starting at Ohio State and everything, but Jay just kind of built himself up into this prospect, especially coming out of Michigan, where he didn't have to really throw the football a ton, but at the same time, he made the big plays when Michigan needed it and led them to a national championship, just like Joe Burrow did, leading LSU to a national championship. Now, Michigan kind of relied on the run game, but at the same time, Joe Burrow had Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Terrence Marshall was on that team, Thaddeus Moss was on that team, I believe. Just a stacked offense. So, of course, they were going to kind of whip the football all over the field through the air, that LSU team. I think McCarthy, he did have Colson Loveland. He did have Roman Wilson. He had a couple really nice targets. But obviously the run game over there was the big thing with Blake Corum and everything like that. But just the way they both kind of carry themselves, again, they got that aura. Teammates kind of, levitate towards that a little bit. They're just really good teammates. Everyone just talks them up. And I know a lot of people talk up their quarterbacks, but you can just feel that it's genuine coming from teammates. But the arm is kind of the same way as well. Joe Burrow's got a nice arm. I wouldn't say he's got like one of the biggest arms in the league. JJ McCarthy has an underrated arm. He can throw the football, especially in those intermediate to short to, the 10 to 20, 25-yard range where you just got to fit the ball in. I feel like Joe Burrow is one of the best at doing that, and I feel like JJ McCarthy is going to be really, really good at doing that as well, especially in Kevin O'Connell's system where it's going to give him that opportunity to do it. So just looking forward to continue to watch JJ McCarthy get better, and I can't wait to watch Joe Burrow as well. Obviously throwing to Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, just a couple weapons over there. But that's another comparison. You got Jamar Chase, you got T. Higgins, two really good wide receivers. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, two really good wide receivers. Bob says Skull Bob. you can just tell that they both have a true number one superstar. Is probably the number one wide receiver in the league, number two wide receiver in the league. As a Vikings fan, we're going to say it's Justin Jefferson. If you're a Bengals fan, you're going to say it's Jamar Chase. But then you can really flip-flop those two. And then you got Jordan Addison and T. Higgins, where they're probably two of the best wide receiver number twos in the game. So if JJ reaches his potential, I feel like he's going to be able to get those guys involved and really just feed off of having elite wide receiver play, which is going to really help him a lot as he develops in his first season. And then the scrambling and the athleticism. They're both very underrated athletes. We've seen Joe run the football and just make plays with his legs, navigate the pocket. We've seen JJ in a very small sample size control the pocket, move the pocket, and use his legs when he needs it. So athleticism is very, very comparable. So that's another thing that I can just see that. Joe Burrow is maybe a little bit bigger, but their frames are slightly similar. But the smarts for the game and just the love and the fire for the game and the passion for the game, I think is very comparable as well. But Joe Burrow is a very good red zone quarterback, and I can see JJ's game really developing into a damn good red zone quarterback just with the quick decision making, the accuracy, and just given what the defense takes him. He got used to that in Michigan. And in the red zone, you just don't do too much. Just make the right play, fit the ball into tight windows, and I feel like he can do that really well. And again, Joe Burrow does that very well. Where JJ McCarthy probably has a slight advantage is just having Kevin O'Connell on his side as well. Now, Zach Taylor, he deserves his props, got the Bengals to the Super Bowl and everything, but at the same time, Kevin O'Connell is one of the best offensive minds in the NFL right now. A lot of teams would take him. Probably 25 or more teams would probably swap them with their current head coach. That's just my opinion. But just to be able to have that guy that can just, pinpoint everything that he needs, along with Josh McCown, Wes Phillips. And then he's also got the advantage in the tight end room as well with TJ Hawkinson. And then you can also base it off of Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason out of the backfield. Purple Gang says skull, baby. Again, appreciate you guys hopping on and commenting. So, I just think there's some similarities that need to be talked about. And I'm not saying he's going to be Joe Burrow this year, but I could honestly see that trajectory be pretty similar. And Joe had a really good rookie year, obviously. But I can just see them kind of I just think their game styles really kind of match each other. And I feel like JJ's game is going to really come into its own in the NFL and under Kevin O'Connell and the offense that they're going to be running with the Vikings. So just want to talk about that a little bit. Obviously, if you can get to the Super Bowl like Joe Burrow did, he's going to be a legend. Just win the damn thing. Purple Gang says he's going to be better. Yeah, I like the optimism. I mean, if that happens, we're gonna have a Lombardi, but we need to just continue to, take it a day at a time, as Kevin O'Connell says. Take the ups and downs of JJ McCarthy, but at the same time, you're going to get better and better and better, which is a big plus as well. So, is there any certain similarities you guys kind of see, or do you kind of see JJ McCarthy being similar to a different quarterback? What do you guys kind of see when it comes to that? I guess I haven't really thought about other quarterbacks that I can kind of see being similar. Joe Burrow has always popped into my mind, and I've seen it on social media a little bit with the comparisons, but he's always kind of popped into my mind as a guy that's just plays like Joe Burrow a little bit and has that, energy that you kind of gravitate to. Just being a leader, being fiery, being passionate. You agree with me, Purple Gang? Appreciate it. Very similar. Yep. And just being able to hit those throws over the middle of the field, and just take advantage of those really, really good wide receivers that you have. At the end of the day, just feed your guys. Bob says he's the next Tom Brady. Bob, I like what you're talking about right now. Hey, Michigan quarterbacks, I like it. He's more athletic than Joe. Yeah, he is a really good athlete, and it's kind of surprised me too. And he showed off his athleticism at Michigan more than people realized. But I feel like he's going to have to use that his rookie year. Just use your athleticism to take advantage. I appreciate your repost and Purple Gang. Just to take advantage of your athleticism, especially with being a rookie. Not everything's going to go perfect. But once you get into your second, third, fourth year, use your athleticism to navigate the pocket. Joe Burrow does this really good. Move around in the pocket, extend plays with your legs, because J.J. McCarthy is extremely good throwing the football on the run, especially when he goes to his right. He's very accurate when he's on the run, more than people predicted. And that he showed that off at Michigan as well. Just some of his throws are just absolutely insane, and I don't know why people don't think those are going to translate to the NFL. Cough, cough, Colin Coward, Diana Rossini, but his game's going to translate really well, I think. And again, it's just going to be that much better having the weapons that he has in Minnesota, along with Kevin O'Connell, and just the infrastructure that he's had. And like Dan Orlovsky says, and multiple other people say, it's probably the best structure a rookie quarterback, or not rookie quarterback, but a first-year starter has ever had. And I'm just really looking forward to watch that play out. But that's what I have for you guys today. I appreciate you guys hopping on, reposting, commenting. I really appreciate it. But if he is the next Joe Burrow, I mean, it's wraps. Viking Super Bowl homeboy. Skull. Viking Central. God bless.